So today I'm going to talk about the divine masculine and the shadows that must be overcome in order to embody the qualities of the divine masculine in relationships. So I'm talking to men in this video, or people that embody the masculine pull or the masculine role in relationships. So first and foremost, it's really important to understand how in relationships, the divine masculine and feminine energy is a reflection of like a cosmic principle that we also see in the sky, which is that the solar energy is shining its light, right? The solar energy is the male energy, and the moon receives the light of the sun, amplifies it, and mirrors it back. So in relationship, what that feels like is, and I'll tell you from my direct experience as a female, when I receive the light when the light of a male energy enters my field and enters my vessel, it expands within me. And so both its positive qualities, its strengths, and its lack of integrity, right, is felt within me and expanded. So I can feel the person's potential, their strengths, their unhealed mother wounds, their lack of integrity. I feel it all, and it gets amplified within me, and it gets reflected back to the male, either by my pure state of being, right? If there's a lack of integrity, I feel an unease, or I call them out directly, or I confront them directly about it. So we have to understand that this is the law of nature, and I'm going to explain how we're living in a world that's very much inverted, where many men are stuck in their feminine energy. And I have compassion for this because we don't get taught. This is like relatively like hidden knowledge. And so people just don't understand that this is the natural way of things. So divine masculine energy in the context of relationship is responsible. So it's responsible. It's a stable presence that wants to grow a life. So in order to have a stable presence, a man who is stable does not rely on validation from the external world, and certainly not from women or from females. So if you are looking for validation, admiration, pity from women, you're in your feminine energy. You're looking to receive from a woman, from the world, which is also a female entity, right? The world, Gaia, the world is a feminine energy. So you're looking to take from a woman, take from a female. So to be stable, you have to be a self-sourcing male. You have to validate yourself. You have to feel whole within, right? A man who does not feel whole within and needs admiration, validation is very unstable, because his well-being, his contentment comes from the outside, and the outside is an ever-moving world, right? So you can't count on a man who is unstable in that way. So then we have accountability. Accountability is being accountable for your own shadow. So men in their divine masculine are leaders, but they lead with heart. You can only lead with heart if you've integrated your shadow. You can only lead with heart if you do the other things that I'm about to explain, which is protect and cherish the female in your life. Protect and cherish. Those are the other two major elements. So it's responsibility, accountability, protection, and cherishing, and bestowing. So to be accountable, of course, a man has to be able to admit when he's wrong, to apologize. Men who do not apologize when they're wrong, who test women, who are looking to receive anything from a woman, who are trying to feel chosen. Men that are struggling with the perception that they're never chosen are in their feminine energy. Because if you chose to be the masculine energy, the right woman would choose you. But healthy masculine energy has to fulfill all of these qualifications, these elements. So instead of worrying about, oh, someone's not choosing me, right? I'm not receiving what I want. I think the question should be, how can I be like the sun? How can I choose the masculine energy? How can I be more protective, more cherishing, more accountable? The way the feminine works is that it's a mirror, and mirrors work instantaneously. So when you choose to embody that divine masculine energy, there aren't many women in this world who wouldn't want that. Just letting you know. So accountability, right? And then we have cherishing. So cherishing is, the woman is the most important. The woman in your life, your partner, is the most important person in your life. And it has to be that way. You can't even, you can't favor your children over your wife. Your wife is your divine partner, or your partner. Like, if you're wanting to embody the divine masculine energy, you have to cherish her. You have to respect her beauty. Her beauty is not just her physical beauty. Her beauty is her insight, her oracular abilities, what she can sniff out in you, like sniffing out your shadow, calling you out. That's part of her beauty. You have to cherish her beauty. And why would God make it this way? Like, set up a model, a schemata where we get incredible blessings when we follow this model. Why would God want to support a man who cherishes his wife? Because when you cherish your wife and you protect her too, and you're accountable and you're responsible, this is a system of enlightenment. This will purify your ego, because the ego is the running away from pain and the movement towards pleasure, right? So if a man just wants the sex, the sexuality, the admiration, the nurturing energy from a woman, he's in his feminine energy wanting to receive. He's in pure ego, right? Not that the feminine energy is the ego, but the reactive feminine energy is part of the ego, just like the reactive masculine energy is a system of enlightenment. So like, in order to really embody, to be enlightened, you cannot just be running towards pleasure and running away from pain. You have to be able to handle the mirror of discomfort. This is a system of enlightenment. If you understood this, if you want to be enlightened, which means that the divine aspect of yourself is actually expressed not just when you're alone, but in relationship, you will really embrace, right, trying to embody these qualities, because the female is the multiplier. You want prosperity? You want to be worshipped sexually? Well, if you cherish a woman and you're accountable and you protect her, which I'm going to get into in a second, and you're responsible, she will multiply that divinity times 1,000,000. Okay, you will never have to feel entitled to her sexuality, demand anything from her. If you choose to be the divine masculine, which is the giver, if you choose to prioritize, part of cherishing a woman is, how do I make her feel safe? So men that ghost women, I mean, remember, we used to have like these stories, these myths where men would cross oceans, fight wars, kill monsters for a woman, to protect her, to honor her. And now we have men ghosting women, playing games, testing women, fretting about not being chosen, looking for pity, looking for a supply of pity, of admiration. Like, that's how far we've fallen. And both the masculine and the feminine have fallen, but I've talked ad nauseum about the feminine and the shadow of the feminine, how to heal that. I'm talking to the males right now. Like, I want you to like keep that in perspective. If you want to embody the divine masculine energy, think about what a man would, the trials he would go through to earn the honor of the woman. The woman is the prize. And we have men in this world acting like they're the prize. Come prove to me that you deserve me. I'm the damsel in the tower. Come and save me. Come and get me. Come and choose me. This is insanity. This is an inversion of nature. Okay? So let's talk about protection. This is so important. To unlock the mysteries of the feminine, right, she has to feel safe. And a woman in her divine feminine energy feels safe in God, right? She doesn't need a man to feel safe. But her safety is enhanced in the presence of a man that embodies these qualities. And all of her gifts and abilities, like her amazing, beautiful, mothering, nurturing energy. Not that she needs to or wants to mother you, but her compassion, her oracular gifts, her insights, her creativity, that becomes enhanced in the presence of the structure of a male that is accountable, responsible, protective. Okay, so, and on that note, unlocking her divine sexuality again. Let's like unpack what it means to protect a female. Obviously, any man that wants to harm a woman is not even of course not in his divine masculine energy. Not even I don't know if he has any masculinity. A man that wants to destroy a woman, hurt a woman, feels vindictive towards a woman, doesn't honor a woman's physical boundaries, sexual boundaries, feels entitled to her body, feels entitled to anything about her, is angry at her, blaming her for his life. I mean, being angry at your partner is normal, but blaming a woman for your feelings chronically is you and your feminine energy. If you embody the divine masculine, part of responsibility is knowing that your life is, the chaos in your life is a reflection of who you are. So both men and women need to understand this. The journey of healing the feminine is different. A man who's always blaming women for things not working out, he's a perpetual victim. He's in a victim energy, right? Being responsible means my life is my creative adventure, and the females in your life are reflecting back to you your integrity. So to protect a female, protect every female in your life, your sisters, your cousins, like protect them. When I was living in New York City, I remember being on a subway, and this was a reflection of my state of consciousness at the time. There was a man on a subway, my friend and I were there, and he was like foaming at the mouth, and he was on drugs, and he was bothering us a lot, and not one man stood up and did anything. And I contrast that to my experience in Italy, where like every man tried to help me with my luggage down the cobblestone street. Like in Rome, they say ciao bella, which is not a flirtation. It's actually an acknowledgement of the inherent beauty of feminine energy. It just makes me emotional because it saddens me that the world is so upside down. That is like a remnant of chivalry, of not just chivalry, of just the acknowledgement of the beauty, the sacredness of a woman. You know, men in Rome, like they're not gonna let a woman like struggle. Like they're going to help you, and that's the way it should be. So protecting a woman, if you're trying to destroy a woman in any way, this is one of the most, unfortunate manifestations of this. When people get divorced, and I'm a lawyer, I've seen this a million times. The marriage ends for whatever reason. And usually if a woman has been in a marriage or a relationship for a really long time and she leaves a man, it's usually for a good reason. It's very difficult, I'm telling you from experience, it's very difficult for most women to leave a secure situation. And then we have the men punishing the women, trying to fuck them over financially, trying to punish them. You should, if you wanted to embody your divine masculine energy and you have an ex-wife, you have a mother of your children, even if things aren't good between you, protect her. Protect her. Your prosperity will be multiplied. Men that think that they are pulling a fast one on their exes, on their ex-wives, on people in their lives by trying to financially screw them over or prove a point, all they're going to get from that is chaos, because they're in their feminine energy. They're in their reactive feminine energy. They're being a dominatrix. They're being sadistic. That is the opposite of protecting a woman. So in the society where we have men who ghost women, test women, use women to fill time, use women to cure your boredom, to fill the emptiness in your soul. You know that you don't want to marry a woman and you know that's what she wants, but you keep her around. That's all evil behavior. You should know that a woman's time, the time that she has to create children, is finite. It's finite. It's a dream that can only be fulfilled by a certain date, when she loses her ability to menstruate. Men can do that. Men can create children their entire lives. Men can create whatever they want their entire lives. If you use a woman because you're bored or you want entertainment, please try to shift that to the mindset of, how can I protect this woman? If you know a woman is not right for you, protect her by leaving her. Protect her time, her energy. Men will be rewarded for protecting men, for protecting women, for protecting females. You have it all wrong if you're vindictive, sadistic, trying to punish. You have it. You are an inversion of nature. Literally, that's what you are. The natural order would be to cherish the woman. But we've fallen so far away from nature. So a woman can feel every ounce of lack of integrity. So as I said, when the beam of light enters my field, I can sense any lack of integrity. So even if the person isn't a physical cheater, if they're emotionally cheating, if they have one foot out the door, if their intentions don't match what they're doing, if they're deceiving me in some way, if they're wasting my time, if they tell me they want something that I want, but their mind has left the relationship already. I met a man who told me once that he knew within 3 months of meeting his girlfriend that he was done with her, but he kept her around for years. That is, again, that's an example of really unhealthy behavior. Don't do that. If you want to embody your divine masculine, protect the woman by doing what's right? Letting her go if she's not right for you. So the female can feel every ounce of lack of integrity, and she is amplified within her. So if you flirted with a secretary, if you have blurry boundaries with someone in your business, with a client, she knows. She might not consciously know. But the mirror is instantaneous. So if you have that going on and you're wondering why your wife all of a sudden, her field closes down to you, she doesn't want your light in her field because she can feel the lack of integrity. My first question would not be, it wouldn't be to complain. If I was a man trying to embody my divine masculine energy, I would not complain about what a female is doing or not giving me. I would say, how is my light corrupted? Ask yourself that. That's called maturity. How is your light corrupted? How do I lack integrity? How am I not protecting? How am I not cherishing? You're not cherishing your partner if you cherish like going out with your friends more than like hanging out with your wife, right? If you need to go out 4 days of the week and you leave your partner and she says, I want to spend time with you, I want to be alone with you, you're not cherishing her. Okay, that might be a need you have to be social and everything, and hopefully she would respect that. But if you fulfill the elements of the divine masculine, it's just a law of physics. You will unlock everything that you were seeking when you were in a predatory energy. Men looking to extract anything from a woman are predators. Anything, sexuality, admiration, attention, pity. Men who are looking to extract those things, a woman's life force, are predators. They are the opposite of a protector. They are not cherishing, they are not responsible, and they don't have integrity. And a lot of men are doing this right now. Even men who have convinced themselves that they're God's gift to this world. If you believe you're God's gift to this world, you're in your feminine energy. You're like the princess, in the castle, like I'm the prize, right? And then you wonder why there's chaos in your life. You will be chosen if you choose to embody the qualities of masculinity that create harmony, that create order. These qualities of masculinity create a structure that unlock the magic of the feminine. How the hell do you expect a woman to open up to you for her magic, her compassion, her gifts to open up to you if you're unstable, unreliable, if you need confirmation from the external world, if you have leaky sexual energy? She senses and amplifies everything. How the fuck can she feel safe to give herself to you? And yet we have men expecting to be served up all of our positive qualities, our nourishment, our sexuality on a silver platter, when this is against nature. And women are buying into this too. Women are acting against nature. Women try to override this discomfort that they feel when men are in feminine energy, and they try to give their sexuality. They even end up mothering the male, and then they end up resenting that because that is against nature. If you want the nurturing qualities of a woman, you earn them by unlocking them. It's not even about earning. You unlock them by purifying your light, by embodying these qualities. Corrupted light equals chaos. Corrupted light equals lack of integrity, lack of stability, leaky sexual energy. Your intentions for a woman don't match your actions or your words. Deception, all of that is corrupted light. The female receives it and enhances it. So if you understand this and you shift your intention from what can I get from women to how can I cherish, protect, and be responsible and accountable. Not just for your partner, even protect all the women. Again, protect the women in your life. Carry their luggage, for God's sake. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you have a beautiful day.